Welcome to Local Matters. I'm Sarah Love, and we are here at the Rogers TV studio, and we're talking to Sharon Peter-Wanaquit, who is the Executive Director of the Alzheimer Society of Thunder Bay. And we are very excited to have Sharon here with us because the Alzheimer Society is going through a bit of a period of change. Welcome to the show, Sharon, and thank you for coming out here and sharing a little bit about what the Alzheimer Society does here in Thunder Bay and the region. And I mentioned that you're going through a bit of a change. Can you tell our viewers just a little bit about what the Alzheimer Society does here and in the region, and what that change, kind of what that shift is?
Yeah. First of all, thank you also for having me here and for showcasing our organization with our community. It's a very important topic of discussion and very important for our region in particular. So our society, our local society, has been around for about over 40 years locally in this area. So you can think about in 40 years, we've been through a lot of iterations of our evolution. We're part of a federated model. So we are partnering with approximately 30 other societies in the province of Ontario.
Wow.
And so we're all working together to try to have a positive impact on the trajectory of Alzheimer's and other dementia-related illnesses in the province. And so our society in particular focuses on the region of the district of Thunder Bay, which includes the city as well. Our geographical area extends down as far as Manitouwadge, up by Long Lac, Armstrong, as far west as Uppsala. And we also work in some of the Anishinaabe Nation territories as well.
Great.
As part of our geography. So we've been around for all of that time, and I've been with the organization now for 4 months.
Yeah, wow.
So I'm really new. I'm really new to the organization. I'm also new to this sector. So my background and experience prior to coming here is in community mental health and addictions and Indigenous health. So I'm bringing both those lenses into this particular environment and the work that we're doing. And luckily, I've lived in this community for over 26 years, so I have a lot of really strong partnerships with a diverse range of organizations that is already proving to be advantageous for us in our mission.
That's great. How has that experience that you've brought to the Alzheimer's Society from your previous work, how has that supported the work that you're doing now?
Yeah, well, it's already broadening the perspective around Alzheimer's and Alzheimer's-related or dementia-related illnesses, in the sense that our system focuses on only one piece of us, but we're whole people.
Yeah.
Right? We have many, many facets to us. And my background, and I'm also a registered nurse by profession, so bringing in a population health approach and thinking about the dimensions and the dimensions of health, homelessness, housing, marginalized population needs in our region, the geographic diversity that we're living in. All of those elements are elements that I've worked in the past with a different lens. So I'm able to bring that view into the work that we're doing with Alzheimer's, along with some really powerful partnerships and relationships already established.
Yeah.
So that's been already really beneficial in us looking at expanding our reach. And our theme is elevating our presence, expanding our reach. So who are we not serving is really the question. And so thinking of individuals in our community who we're not reaching is really our mission right now.
Right. That's really interesting, because you don't know what you don't know. And if there's people out there in the community that potentially could use your services, but they don't know that, so that's really important. So we're really lucky and that you're on the show here today to talk about it. And when we talk about services, what are some of the services that you offer at the Alzheimer's Society?
So we're a fairly small organization. So we're a nonprofit charity. Right now we have 7 employees. So that's how small we are. Small but mighty, I always say.
Yes.
We have a powerful exceptional team right now who are very committed and energized and ready for transformation and change, which is really wonderful.
Yes.
And we offer two main services. And our signature service is called the First Link Navigation. And this is a signature program from all of Ontario societies that is trademarked really with the Alzheimer's Society of Ontario, who is kind of our hub, our collective hub for development. And so this First Link Navigation program is considered to be the first point of service access for individuals who are diagnosed with a dementia-related illness. And so the goal is that they are, anybody who is seeing a primary healthcare provider within our catchment area, that they are referred to us, formal referral is made. And then we have a First Link Care Navigator who will work with them, the individual who's experiencing the illness, and also their care partners. Could be their family members, it could be friends, it could be neighbors even, close neighbors who are considered their closest partner in care. And what we do is we help them navigate the complexities of the service continuum in this space.
Nice.
So for example, it's not always easy to know where to go.
Yeah.
And you're really overwhelmed. Like all of a sudden, your loved ones, everything has changed. Where do you go for help?
Yeah.
How do I know what to do?
Yeah.
I'm already in a state of intense nervous system overload because I'm dealing with grief, I'm dealing with transformation. Like, I feel really emotional even just talking about it.
Yeah.
And then where do I go? Who can I lean on? That's where we come in. Give us a call. We have First Link Care Navigators who will work closely with you as an individual and also with the care partners to make any of the necessary referrals that are needed, to walk with you on the journey. And our motto is from the point of diagnosis to end of life. So we partner with many, many other organizations throughout that trajectory. So it doesn't mean you call us, you become a client, you're a client with us forever. It means that during the course of your journey, we're here for you at whatever level that you want us to be there with you.
That's nice to know.
So that's the First Link Care Navigation piece. It's not an intensive case management kind of approach. It's more of a partnership and a supportive role. So this is where we lean on our community partners for more of the in-depth, detailed support that someone might need. So say maybe housing is one of the needs that comes up because as the illness is progressing, maybe a different place to live is needed, then we'll work with our community partners to support the family in identifying what is needed. So that's the core service that we offer.
Excellent. Well, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back, but I've got a bunch of other questions that I want to ask you. But I think we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Great, thank you.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Sarah Love, and I'm here with the Executive Director of the Alzheimer's Society of Thunder Bay, Sharon Peter-Wanaquit. Thank you for being here, Sharon.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
The first segment was great. We learned a lot about, one of your core services that you offer, but you also offer public education and awareness as another service. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so First Link program is for after diagnosis, but there's a lot of work that can be done before you even have a symptom, before you even know that there's a need.
Yeah.
And that's where the public education and awareness comes in. So we have a public educator who spends a lot of time in the community raising awareness about the importance of good brain health. And it really links to overall health, how we eat, how we rest, the kinds of thoughts we have, the places we attend. We're in beautiful Northwestern Ontario here. Attending outdoors is actually very, very good for your brain, good for brain health. So we do a lot of work around raising awareness on how to prevent or delay the onset of symptoms through good brain health care.
Interesting.
And then the other piece that public education really focuses on is raising awareness about the illness itself. So what is dementia? How do I know if I have a concern around it?
Yes.
What are the symptoms I might need to pay attention to?
Yes.
Early detection is really, really critical. So by getting out into the community and raising awareness, we have a chance to intercept earlier on in the disease process and get supports in place, which helps to assist, hopefully, in the quality of life as the disease progresses. There's no cure for it at this point. So
does that matter then? The earlier you can identify it? Okay.
Yes, yeah, the earlier you can identify it and get some intervention and support, the better outcomes you will have there's no guarantee, of course, but definitely anytime we can intervene in an illness sooner than later, number one, prevention is key, right? So there are a lot of determinants of health that impact the health of our brain that predispose us more to illnesses like dementia-related illnesses. The other piece of the work that we do is creating dementia-friendly spaces. So it's really, really important for our environment to be senior-friendly and dementia-friendly. So we have lots of people in our community who are at different stages of their disease process that are driving their cars, going to the grocery store, shopping, and so we want to create spaces that are friendly and safe for the population as they're going about their business in the world. So we work with organizations to create dementia-friendly spaces. What does that mean?
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other thing that we do in public education that is really, really important is teaching healthcare providers how to work with individuals who are experiencing symptomology. So we run a program called Gentle Persuasive Approach. And what it does is it helps healthcare providers know how best to work with an individual who is experiencing different stages of their dementia illness so that we can be more proactive in the relationship building and also reduce any potential harm. So agitation, outbursts, reactive tendencies that might happen. So these approaches are well researched, and it's another way to approach somebody who their brain is not working the same as yours, and their reaction to things might not be related to what you're talking about in the moment. So what's the best approach? So we do work in that area. And then the final thing I'll mention about our public education is we also run a program that's called Minds in Motion, and this is the preventative work again. Not only the preventative work around pre-diagnosis, but even post-diagnosis. So we know that there are certain things that we can do to maintain our health overall. It's the same thing when we're diagnosed with a dementia-related illness. And so we run this Minds in Motion program. It's about, I think it's 8 weeks long. We run it 3 times a year. And it's for the individuals who are diagnosed and their care partners. And so we hire in a professional who is skilled at movement. And so there's body movement for the first hour, and then there's brain health activities in the second hour. So we want to really stimulate the gray matter in the brain and really help build some new neurological pathways through these activities. So they're very scientifically and research-based activities that are carried out that are known to help support the progression of the illness. So that's another offering that we make available to our community.
If there's people watching this at home and maybe they haven't seen any signs or symptoms, or they don't necessarily know what they are, but they have people in their family that have had the diagnosis, is there opportunities for them to come to your organization, reach out and say, what should I be concerned about? Is that something?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Please call us. Yeah. Any inquiry, any question. I'm not really sure if this is what's happening, but I'm concerned. I noticed my neighbor, my grandmother, my aunt, my sister. Give us a call. Give us a call. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of information that we can share. We have an online learning platform that also and all of this is offered at no charge. So there's no fees for any of the services that we offer.
Wonderful.
The only fee is for the gentle persuasive approach is the recovery cost for the manuals, for the training. That's the only thing that we charge. So yeah, call us.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And I guess if you are thinking that you do have, you want any of these symptoms, definitely reach out to your doctor and things like that. But I love that this organization is here as a resource. But you mentioned in the first segment that you are a nonprofit, so you probably do rely on volunteers to support the organization. What opportunities are there for viewers out there watching for them to come and support you in a volunteer basis?
Yeah. So as I said, I've been here for 4 months, and we've been doing a big overhaul of what we offer, how we offer it, what more is needed. You know, with a small team of 6, it's really difficult to elevate our presence, expand our reach. So we are actively engaging with a volunteer resource development process.
Wonderful.
So the places that we have identified so far where we could really use some volunteers is around our groups. So we run groups, and they can be peer-led groups, and that frees the staff up to do more of the outreach work that's needed. So leading a group, we have care partner support groups. Again, somebody in the care partner community can lead those groups. We have opportunities right now. We're looking for board members. Our board of directors is actively seeking volunteer members. We're focusing on members in the region so that we have representation from our vast geography. We're looking for representatives from Indigenous population and partners. We're looking for representatives from care partners, family members who really want to get involved in our cause. And there's going to be more. Like we're in the early stages of really considering what role volunteers can play in the work that we do. Right. In a direct service capacity.
Yeah, and I'm assuming you have board members and things like that, which we can get to. We're going to take another quick break, but I encourage our viewers to stick with us because I want to learn about some of the challenges and the opportunities that you have at the Alzheimer Society when we come back from our break. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Welcome back to the show. I'm Sarah Love, and you're watching Local Matters. We're here with Sharon Peter-Wanaquit, the Executive Director of the Alzheimer Society here in Thunder Bay and the region. And we've had a really great talk so far, and I'm excited actually for the work that you're doing with the organization. You know, you've been 4 months with the organization. But I see that as such an opportunity coming with your background and your experience and kind of giving new life into this organization that's been around for 40 years. So I'm really excited about that work that's going to happen.
Thank you.
What are some of the challenges and opportunities? I want to focus on the challenges, but challenges and opportunities that come from those challenges that you've seen in your time? Yeah,
so one of the challenges and opportunities is really centered around our theme, right? Elevating our presence, expanding our reach. It's a challenge, first of all, to elevate our presence when we have such a small infrastructure. So we don't have a big marketing department. And thank you so much for allowing us to come here, because this is one of the ways that we're elevating our presence. And expanding our reach really is about leveraging our partnerships in the region. So we've already started to connect with some key partners that will help us do that. And so looking at really unique, innovative ways to partner is critical. We don't always need new money. Sometimes we just need to use our resources in different ways. And so I'm really centering right now on leveraging those relationships and maybe reconfiguring how we're doing things so that we can meet unique needs of regional partnerships and regional communities in different ways. So that's kind of one of the challenges we have that we're turning into an opportunity. The other piece is also leveraging our revenue. There is a revenue piece, so we receive about, I would say probably about 3/4 of our funding from Ontario Health. The other quarter we fundraise in order to reach a balanced budget. We really want to expand our work in the sense that right now we see a greater opportunity for leveraging the arts in dementia-related wellness strategies. And
music, for instance.
Music, art. We're running an art program right now. We actually have an event coming up in March at the Habit. I always want to call it the Hobbit, but it's the Habit. At the Urban Abbey. And so we want to do more of that really innovative work. One of when we're elevating our presence, expanding our reach, we're really working right now at finding our unique niche in this service continuum. We're not the only player in town, right? So we work very closely with St. Joseph's Care Group as one of the largest providers in seniors care. And so where can we best support the community? So part of that is communicating with people we serve, their care partners. Right now, we're in partnership with the Alzheimer Society of Ontario. We're doing our strategic planning right now, so we've sent a bunch of surveys out. So if anybody has received a survey, please complete it so that we can hear from you. And so that's another opportunity that we have to really make sure that we have a locally focused strategy for our society here that will meet the growing needs.
And not just doing things because you've always done them, right? Like try something new. If it doesn't work, try something else. You know, kind of keep focusing on what you need to achieve. Do you find that there's any resistance when it comes to the stigma surrounding? Yeah.
I would say that that's probably the largest barrier to accessing services.
Wow.
Nobody wants to admit that there's a problem maybe with memory or with perception of the world around them at that point in time. So things can really go under the radar, and our community is not supportive of that. Everything's so fast. Hurry up. So I think those two areas can result in isolation, right? Not wanting to go out into public as much because of the stress of the experience. Worried that, am I going to lose my house? Am I going to lose my family? Am I going to lose who I am? Prevents people from reaching out. And I know I said this earlier in the segment about if you're not sure, reach out anyway. Start the dialogue and start the conversation as soon as you can. And the earlier that we can offer some supports, the better.
You don't have to do it alone.
You are not alone. I guess that's a message for the listeners. You are not alone. If all we can do is be another voice on the end of the phone who understands and who can acknowledge and give you a sense of hope, then we'll feel that we've done a service for you, and that's the starting point.
Yeah, it must be scary, right, for people that are, newly diagnosed or not necessarily even diagnosed, but you're I can't remember this or I can't remember that, and you could go through the cycle and you're Googling things, and now you're kind of in the cycle, and so knowing that you're not alone and there's people out there that have gone through it or that can support you, like as your organization does, is comforting.
And get you connected to the right resources at the right time.
Yeah, because there's a multitude of them,
and
right?
when you start going onto Google, you're down a rabbit hole.
Oh, yes.
And then it's overwhelming, and there's a physiological thing that happens to your nervous system gets charged up, and then what it activates, my fight, flight, freeze, or appease. So I'm not doing any more on this, and I'm gonna let it go. So so I really invite anybody who's listening to this, give us a call and start the conversation. And maybe it's going to open a door to a support. Maybe it just gives you a little bit of information to calm you down. Maybe it is going to start a journey that you really will find good support with through.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, considering time and things like that we have with the show here, I wish we could talk. We could talk a lot. We could talk all day about this, really. But there are things that you do to fundraise to help support all these services.
Yeah.
You have your walk and things like that. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about some of those opportunities that are coming up?
Yeah. So right now we have one signature fundraising event. It's happening May the 24th. We're hosting our walk at Chapel, so come on out and celebrate with us. Join us in raising some revenue for our organization and our communities.
That's for anybody, right? Anybody can come out.
Anybody can come out for this and join us in the walk. There's information. Call us for information. We have some information on our website. Our biggest sponsor is IG Wealth, so they'll be there supporting us as well. The other thing is we're leveraging our partnerships in the region, so there will be what's called walks in a box in the region. So we're getting our communities in the region to also do their own walk at the same time that we're doing ours, or sometime during the month.
That's a good idea.
And our long-term vision is that we have a joint walk going on right across northwestern Ontario. So, you know, maybe in the next few years we'll be able to do that.
Wonderful, excellent. Is there anything else that we haven't talked about that you want to remind our viewers of, or just share information on?
No, I think I just want to reiterate, like, if you're not sure you need help and you're questioning it, give us a call. Give us a call.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Sharon. It was really interesting to sit and talk with you. I'm sure there's so much more that we could go into in detail about the organization, but I think, you know, knowing that you've been in the community for, 40 plus years, and now you're in this period of change and growth, I think it's really interesting. And knowing that there's just 6 of you is, we're a small group here at Rogers TV as well. So, I have a place in my heart for small organizations trying to do something big, and that's what you guys are doing. So thank you for coming and sharing that message. Remind our viewers to check out your website. You'll see it on the screen, and reach out. Reach out if you have any questions, if you have concerns. People like Sharon are there to listen.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for watching Local Matters. I'm Sarah Love.